The David, a young shepherd armed with only a simple slingshot versus Goliath story, a timeless tale of courage against overwhelming power, echoes powerfully in Ukraine's fight against Russia, a modern-day struggle for survival. Ukraine's slingshot is modern drones, not stones, but equally disruptive. These drones have become more than just tools of war, a symbol of resistance, embodying the nation's unwavering spirit. They are allowing Ukraine to strike deep into Russian territory, hitting targets once thought untouchable. Outgunned, facing a seemingly insurmountable foe, Ukraine uses innovation, ingenuity, and sheer determination to level the field, turning the tables on a larger, more powerful adversary. These drones are disrupting Russian logistics and morale, sowing chaos behind enemy lines. Each drone strike is a calculated move, a carefully planned operation, not random, but precise and purposeful. They are targeting key assets and sending a message. Ukraine is not just defending but fighting back, pushing back against the invasion. The psychological impact is huge. The fear and uncertainty they instill are invaluable. Russia's sense of security is shaken, their vulnerabilities exposed. This is more than metaphor. It's not just a symbolic gesture, it's a new kind of warfare, a revolution in military strategy. It's a war where technology and daring can challenge brute force, where innovation can overcome size. Ukraine's drone campaign is a series of small victories, each one chipping away at the enemy's strength, collectively undermining Russia's dominance, slowly but surely turning the tide. The world watches, captivated by this David and Goliath story, as the underdog rewrites the rules of war, proving that courage and innovation can triumph. The spirit of resistance adapts, evolves, and finds new forms of expression, finding new ways to fight overwhelming odds, showcasing the power of human ingenuity. In this modern saga, a story of resilience and defiance, Ukraine's drones are the stones, the weapons of choice for a nation determined to defend its freedom, that keep Goliath on edge, constantly reminding him that even the smallest opponent can pose a significant threat. Late May 2025 saw Ukraine escalate its drone campaign, launching swarms deep into Russian territory. On a single Sunday, Russia claimed to intercept or destroy around 100 Ukrainian drones, with attacks reaching near Moscow and other major cities. The day before, nearly 94 more drones targeted border regions and beyond, stretching Russian air defenses thin. Ukraine's strategy: overwhelm Russia's costly defenses with waves of inexpensive drones, hitting military and logistical targets. Some drones caused injuries, bringing the war's reality to Russian civilians. Each drone that gets through is a blow to Russia's sense of invulnerability. Ukraine's ingenuity is on full display, challenging Russia on its own soil. Ukraine's drone attacks are classic asymmetric warfare, using unconventional tactics to exploit a stronger enemy's weaknesses. These strikes force Russia to defend its own territory, diverting resources from the front. The impact is physical and psychological: damage to assets, disruption of daily life, and growing anxiety among Russian civilians. Russia claims high interception rates, but the frequency of attacks shows Ukraine's persistence. Air raid alerts in Russian cities mirror what Ukrainians have endured for years. This bold drone strategy keeps pressure on Russia and proves that innovation can reshape the battlefield. Ukraine is not just surviving, it's actively challenging a larger aggressor. In response to perceived threats and retaliatory actions, Russia has unleashed massive aerial assaults on Ukraine, employing a wide range of weaponry, escalating the cycle of violence and pushing the conflict to new heights of intensity. In late May, amidst growing international concern, Russia launched its largest attack yet, a staggering barrage of 367 missiles and drones in a single night, overwhelming defenses and causing widespread panic, killing at least 12, including children, leaving families shattered and communities in mourning. Ukrainian air defenses intercepted many of the incoming projectiles, showcasing their resilience, but the relentless barrages take a heavy toll on civilians and critical infrastructure, pushing the country to its limits. Ukraine's drone strikes aim for strategic targets, attempting to degrade the enemy's capabilities, but Russia's attacks often devastate residential areas, inflicting immense suffering on innocent people. The psychological and physical strain on Ukrainians is immense, a constant weight on their shoulders, sleepless nights punctuated by air raid sirens, constant fear for loved ones, and mounting casualties that leave scars on the nation. Both sides escalate, each seeking an advantage in this brutal conflict, but the suffering is far greater in Ukraine, where civilians bear the brunt of the devastation. The war's reach extends far beyond the front lines, disrupting every aspect of life, deeply affecting ordinary people, forcing them to adapt to a new and terrifying reality. This is the grim reality of modern aerial warfare, a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict. The aerial escalation, with its devastating consequences, has drawn sharp international reactions from across the globe. World leaders and diplomats have voiced their concerns. President Zelensky condemned Russia's attacks in the strongest terms and urged stronger global action to hold Russia accountable for its actions, frustrated by perceived silence and inaction from some allies who he believes could be doing more. In the US, President Trump offered a mixed response, criticizing both Putin's aggression and Zelensky's rhetoric, adding another layer of complexity to the international discourse. Meanwhile, his envoy called Russia's strikes a clear violation of wartime protocols and international law, emphasizing the severity of the situation. Despite widespread condemnation of the attacks, new, harsher sanctions were not immediately imposed by many nations, as hopes for a diplomatic resolution and peaceful negotiations lingered, however slim they may be. Amid the ongoing violence and destruction, a rare moment of hope emerged, the largest prisoner swap of the war thus far, offering a glimmer of humanity in a brutal conflict. Over 600 individuals were exchanged in a single day, a testament to the tireless efforts of negotiators and humanitarian organizations. This humanitarian gesture offered much-needed relief and joy to families who had been separated from their loved ones for far too long, even as the fighting continued to rage across the war-torn landscape. The war in Ukraine is a complex and multifaceted conflict, a grim mix of technological innovation on the battlefield and immense human suffering for the civilian population, punctuated by moments of diplomacy and fleeting instances of cooperation. The next chapter in this conflict remains deeply uncertain and unpredictable, but these recent events will undoubtedly shape its future course and trajectory.